enter destination floor. Floor, lobby. Please stand clear of the closing door. Going up. First floor.
Dig.
Scape.
Cultural.
Listen to this.
Dig Scape number 6.
Dig.
Scape.
Second floor.
The enjoyment of servitude.
Third floor.
Control under which the controlled feel free.
Fourth floor.
Non-stop distractions of the most fascinating nature.
Fifth floor.
The terror of reflection.
Sixth floor.
In the midst of capital.
Trump elevator and the distraction strategy.
Going down, please. Stand clear of the closing door.
There he is. Let's just take a moment and watch. Want to tell you that we will see Trump walk into the courtroom. It's all we're thinking about.
Yes, here's Mr. Trump now. He's walking into the courtroom.
And here is former president. There he is.
President Trump.
A live look at the plane on the tarmac.
Watching his jet idling on the tarmac and then watching his motorcade going to the courthouse.
Look at the motorcade route. We're going to go from Trump Tower all the way to the Manhattan Criminal Court.
Intelligence officials have warned the military authorities that a Pakistani...
Former president's solitary ride from Trump Tower today, watched on live television, the images all day. Former President Trump's route through the cleared streets of Manhattan to the criminal court downtown, alone in the SUV, accompanied only by his Secret Service agents.
Service there. There you've got an aerial view. You can see the cars all lined up. This is, as we know, Fifth Avenue. He's at the corner of Fifth Avenue.
So we may not know everything now.
So it's not exactly clear.
And right now we see the former president is coming out. There you see him, the traditional, typical red tie, blocked by that NYPD ambulance.
There he is. Let's just take a moment and watch.
Seems so surreal. Wow.
He says, heading to Lower Manhattan, the courthouse seems so surreal, in all caps. Wow, they are going to arrest me, the former president writes. Can't believe this is happening in America.
Surreal.
What could there be that's new?
Trump was taken upstairs in an elevator usually reserved for judges, stone-faced officers escorting him into the courtroom. As his motorcade made its way downtown, apart from his Secret Service detail, the former president rode alone. No lawyers, no family, no advisors with him.
By the way, this is a live shot of the hallway that Donald Trump will be walking down. Here's Donald Trump walking through the hallway. We are waiting to see how it goes.
So we don't have a sense of when or if.
What exactly is going on right now, do you expect?
And it's a very bad feeling. The weight of it is hitting him. He looks like, and, you know.
Seems so surreal. Wow, they're going to arrest me.
We are just moments away from seeing Donald Trump.
There are hundreds and hundreds of cameras just pointed at that door where they expect the former president to walk in, trying to get that shot of him walking into this building. And we now see the SUVs here pulling up, and they are pulling up here now to the door. Can you guys stand back?
We'll just have to wait at least a few minutes to find out what will happen next. And we are going to find out that we're replaying that video, the very brief video of Donald Trump walking out.
A wave as he entered the courthouse to be fingerprinted and processed on a lower floor, then taken up in an elevator usually reserved for judges to the 15th floor courtroom, his eyes locked on that camera right there in the hallway.
We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know when or if.
Caitlin Collins is on the 15th floor. What you're looking at is the 15th floor.
Former President Trump with a stone face, acknowledging with a glance.
President heading inside the courtroom on the 15th floor. He did not say anything.
He was stone-faced when he walked in. He glared at the press. People shouted out questions, and he didn't even look at them. He just kept straight ahead, turned the corner, walked into the courtroom with a scowl on his face.
By the way, this is a live shot of the hallway that Donald Trump will be walking down.
One of the things that is clear is we know what we don't know. And what we don't know is a lot.
Trump was taken upstairs in an elevator usually reserved for judges. Stone-faced officers escorting him into the courtroom.
We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know when or if.
He's going to be taken up to the 7th floor via the judge's private elevator.
Trump was taken upstairs in an elevator usually reserved for judges. Stone-faced officers escorting him into the courtroom.
The blacked out doors, where do they go?
The blacked out doors, where did they go?
The blacked out doors, where did they go?
C-SPAN is streaming the elevator cam live.
He's going to be taken up to the 7th floor via the judge's private elevator.
And there we see the former president walking out after his booking, arraignment, and arrest. Our shot is slightly obscured, but you can see there Donald Trump walking out here at about 3:27 p.m. New York time, completing his arraignment after pleading not guilty in his own voice.
Just take a moment and watch.
So surreal. Wow, they're going to arrest me.
One of the things that is clear is we know what we don't know. And what we don't know is a lot.
And it's difficult to make sure that somebody walking into a building or out of a building or down a street might not be a target from somebody in a window up above.
Then brought up to the 15th floor in a private elevator and just walk a few steps.
The former president, and here he is. There it is, about 5 seconds, but 5 seconds of history in this country. He is a criminal defendant entering a courtroom in Lower Manhattan, John.
Trump was taken upstairs in an elevator usually reserved for judges. Stone-faced officers escorting him into the courtroom.
To watch history unfold.
The 15th floor, Caitlin was saying he's on the 7th floor right now.
Surreal.
Going up.
Well, I can't say. I heard earlier the 15th floor. I think that Judge Merchan is on the 15th floor. I can't remember.
7th floor.
He's going to be taken up to the 7th floor via the judge's private elevator, especially the 15th floor where the president will meet the judge there. The former president will be brought up to the 7th floor.
A wave as he entered the courthouse to be fingerprinted and processed on a lower floor, then taken up in an elevator usually reserved for judges to the 15th floor courtroom, his eyes locked on that surreal
as we watch this historic spectacle.
We don't know right now.
So we may not know everything now. One of the things that is clear is we know what we don't know. And what we don't know is a lot.
Good evening.
Dig Scape number 6.
We'll be closing in approximately
T-minus 20 minutes.
Will all remaining customers please bring their items
of doubt and distraction
to the checkout now? Thank you.
ABC, BBC, CBS, CIA, CNN, FBI, FOX, SBO, ITV, MCM, MTV, NBC, NSA, PBS, TV5.
There he is. Let's just take a moment and watch. There he is. Let's just take a moment and watch.
Like this is that they are so stupid that they have no idea how stupid they are.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think we have a sense of what we will see from Trump and hear from his crowd. I mean, this is...
There he is. Let's just take a moment and watch.
If you're very, very stupid, how can you possibly realize that you're very, very stupid? You'd have to be relatively intelligent to realize how stupid you are.
What exactly is going on right now, do you expect?
What will happen, what won't happen here. And it's a very bad feeling, like the weight of it's hitting him. He looks like, and, you know.
That feeling of this is surreal.
I think what is going to happen in the future is the dictators will do it by bypassing the sort of rational side of man and appealing to his subconscious and his deeper emotions, and so making him actually love his slavery.
What Orwell feared were those who would ban books. What Huxley feared was that there would be no reason to ban a book, for there would be no one who would want to read one. Orwell feared those who would deprive us of information. Huxley feared those who would give us so much that we would be reduced to passivity and egotism.
Ultimate revolution, this method of control by which people can be made to enjoy a state of affairs which they ought not to enjoy. This, I mean, the enjoyment of servitude.
Orwell feared the truth would be concealed from us. Huxley feared the truth would be drowned in a sea of irrelevance.
You said something to the effect in your essay that the children of Europe used to be called cannon fodder, and here in the United States they are television and radio fodder.
As Huxley remarked in Brave New World Revisited, the civil libertarians and rationalists who are ever on alert to oppose tyranny failed to take into account man's almost infinite appetite for distraction.
There he is. Let's just take a moment and watch.
Surreal.
So how necessary it is to get hold of the children, because then they will be loyal brand buyers later on. The dictator says they will be loyal ideology buyers when they're grown up.
The water company. Well, there's the water company. I mean, we sell water. Trump steaks. Where are the steaks? Do we have steaks? Well, we have Trump steaks.
Attention, please.
He said Trump Magazine is out. The magazine is great. Anybody want one here? Take one. And by the way, Trump University, a lot of great people want to get back into Trump University. It's going to do very well.
Surreal.
And by the way, the winery, you see the wines. It's the largest winery on the East Coast. I own it 100%. We're very proud of it. We make the finest wine, as good a wine as you can get anywhere in the world. I mean, that's it. Oh.
Attention Kmart shoppers.
What Huxley called non-stop distractions of the most fascinating nature were used by the state as instruments of policy to drown the minds of its citizens in a sea of irrelevance.
Attention, please.
Ultimate revolution is this method of control by which people can be made to enjoy a state of affairs which they ought not to enjoy. This, I mean, the enjoyment of servitude.
Attention Kmart shoppers.
The reality is that a distracted and dumbed down population simply lacks the mental resources to resist their enslavement.
People can be made to enjoy a servitude. The nature of the ultimate revolution with which we are now faced is to get people actually to love their servitude.
I love death, destruction, terrorism, and weakness.
There he is. Let's just take a moment and watch.
According to Huxley, ruling classes would learn that control of a populace could be achieved with the more covert method of drowning the masses in an endless supply of pleasurable diversions, operant conditioning, which is a method of modifying an organism's behavior.
I love death, destruction, terrorism, and weakness.
There he is. Let's just take a moment and watch. There he is. Let's just take a moment and watch.
I love government coercion, domination, active resistance, totalitarianism, and control.
will be closing in approximately 10 minutes. Will all remaining customers please bring their items
of doubt and distraction
to the checkout now? Thank you.
Attention Kmart shoppers.
Man's almost infinite appetite. For distractions.
I just heard gunshots and I seen someone run that way and...
The perfect ding sound, the red notification, the like, the love.
Like boom, 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 and then...
Lost in a sea of clicking and scrolling around distracting, mostly unfulfilling content. Surely that's a self-inflicted issue. I should be able to close all of these tabs and apps that distract me.
How do you think he'd handle seeing his golden name dropped from giant phallic symbols from Vancouver to Manila?
I love government coercion, domination, active resistance, totalitarianism, and control.
I'll be back with more sports stories in a moment. This is Hal Sesson, WINS newsman in the steel-making city of Pittsburgh. I'm one of the nationwide string of correspondents who'll be covering the breaking stories for WINS. Fast baseball commissioner Ford Frick to expand the big leagues next year and put new teams into 4 cities. The congressman proposed that there be 3 major leagues, each with 8 teams instead of the present setup of 2 leagues with 10 teams each. They're possible to put teams in.
I love that the kidney has a very special place in the heart. It's an incredible thing.
Attention, please. There is no smoking allowed on the sales floor.
As Gustave Le Bon said,
the masses have never thirsted after truth. They turn aside from evidence that is not to their taste, preferring to deify error if error seduce them. Whoever can supply them with illusions is easily their master. Whoever attempts to destroy their illusions is always their victim.
Fascism is a cult of the leader who promises national restoration in the face of supposed humiliation by immigrants, leftists, liberals, minorities, homosexuals, women, in the face of what the fascist leader says is a takeover of the country's media, cultural institutions, schools by these forces.
I think hard times are coming when we will be wanting the voices of writers who can see alternatives to how we live now and can see through our fear-stricken society and its obsessive technologies to other ways of being, and even imagine some real grounds for hope. Right now, I think we need writers who know the difference between production of a market commodity and the practice of an art.
an incredible scene out here, Anderson. There are hundreds and hundreds of cameras just pointed at that door where they expect the former president to walk in, trying to get that shot of him walking into this building. And we now see one of the first officers arriving, and now we see the SUVs here pulling up, Anderson. And they are pulling up here now to the door. Can you guys stand back?
He's going to be taken up to the 7th floor via the judge's private elevator.
President Donald Trump lived in a tower and had a golden toilet. There can be few better indicators that society might have come to center on, in De Boer's words, an affirmation of appearances and an identification of all human social life with appearances, than a man who came to be seen as a figurehead for an economic system which he had failed to have much of a meaningful impact on.
Surreal. The biggest threat is not communism, it's moving America toward a fascist theocracy.
What exactly is going on right now, do you expect?
So I think the way you defeat Trump is you recognize that he is a symptom of a crisis. He's not the crisis. If Trump's personal brand is being the boss, the way to jam that is to make him look like a puppet. It doesn't really matter who's yanking the strings, as long as the strings are there to be seen. Make Richie rich, less rich. Trump's brand is all about having bags and bags of money, which means that the other way to jam his brand is to make him less rich. I mean, actively take money from him by sending his branding empire into crisis.
I love death, destruction, terrorism, and weakness.
The more ridiculous the statement he makes, the greater the number of headlines, opinion pieces, and Twitter threads it inspires.
I love government coercion, domination, active resistance, totalitarianism, and control.
We're just living for that quick burst of dopamine that comes from liking, swiping, and refreshing.
You never feel completely sad or completely happy. Just feel kind of satisfied with your product, and then you die.
One step forward, watch out, 2 step back. 1 step forward, watch out, 2 step back. Twist the line out of all recognition. Understand this, who have to make a decision. Mashing up the system with a pair of flexible earring. Fling this blasted sin-thing away from my audio addiction. The truth lies somewhere between a lie and a fiction. There's no use blaming the haze we are chased after, because all is fair and equal between servant and master. The truth lies somewhere between a lie and a fiction.